guys, it's Jen from over at worldofjencraft.com, and this is our project for today. It is this really cute 2x3 inch treat bag that I created using the gift bag punch board. It's been a while since I've taken that out and played with it, so I thought I would just give it a shot today. So let's get started with the supplies, and then I will show you how I put it together and do a little bit of explaining after we get going on this. We are going to be making the one with the blushing bride, so the pink one. The 1/8 of an inch gold ribbon and the really beautiful metallic edge ribbon, the gold on this one, it has this very vanilla to it. The silver has a white, like a whisper white. The tuxedo black memento ink. I'm going too fast. A good day for the stamp set, for the image, the little bunny, and sweet little something for the happy Easter. The dies that I used, Stitch Shapes framelits and the Layering Circles framelits. And I used a couple of Stampin' Blends, 3 of them, dark Pink Pirouette, Light Crumb Cake, and dark Pool Party, and then some Wink of Stella. And of course our gift bag punch board. And I'm also using a paper trimmer that I'm going to be creating my banner with too. So let's get to the paper. It is very minimal. The Bundle of Love DSP. So this is just absolutely gorgeous DSP. You could use it for either side, but I really loved the softness of the Blushing Bride. So this is 4 3/8 by 8.5. Very Vanilla is a 1.5 by 2 7/8. And then a 1 3/8 inch stitch circle that I've already stamped our sweet little bunny on. The Blushing, I am all tongue-tied today. Oh man. Blushing Bride cardstock is 1 3/4 inches, and it's a scallop circle. And then I have the gold foil cardstock, which is 1.5 inch scallop circle. So let's grab out our punch board, and we are going to start with it going landscape or horizontal in our punch here. Now, it does come with its own scoring tool, but I had it out for my local class on Friday, and I have no idea where it is at this point. So we're using just a regular bone folder. So you're going to start with, I like to score my horizontal line before I start my punching. And then once here, we're going to punch. And then I'm going to come here on this where it says side 2. Now, this makes a small, medium, and large bag. And if I were to make the small, it ends up obviously bigger than what we're doing. But I wanted to make a smaller little bag out of this. And by doing so, by using this side 2 here, I was able to get a 2-inch bag going like this. So that's it. And then we're going to take where we just scored and move that over to here. We're going to punch, and just making sure our horizontal line keeps going. And then we're going to do the triangle part here and come down, and then side 2. And we're going to move this over and punch. I'm having to kind of stand up to do it. It's kind of at an awkward angle when I'm sitting down. And then I'm going to hit side 2, and we're going to move that over and punch, and we're going to do our little triangle and down here, and finally our side 2, and that is going to get moved all the way over to where that score line lines up. It's hard to see, so I kind of have to go by how it feels. And it's not wanting to stay with me here. Let's try this. All right. And I forgot the horizontal line going across. So you just want to make sure that that gets done all the way across. So that's what it is going to look like right now. So we'll pull that out. And this little edge here is going to get cut off. And then you just want to grab your bone folder and just make sure that these lines are nice and creased. And same with your flaps here. So we'll just quickly crease all of those. And then you have this line here that you made when you did your triangle. So I kind of like to just crease that in a little bit as well. Now to adhere this, we're going to put adhesive on this strip here. And then I figure out, so this is going to end up being my back. And I want my ends to come in, or bottom to come in. So I'm going to put adhesive on this first one here and the second one. And I'll show you why. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line this edge up here all the way down. And I like that to be my back side. So I'm going to put these in first and then these two. And once I have it lined up and even at the bottom how I want it to, I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And then I'm going to take my bone folder, or I suppose you could probably put your fingers in there and just make sure that that's stuck down. And so this is going to come together here at the top. So let's set this aside, and I'm going to grab out my paper trimmer for this next step. And if you've watched my videos before, you know that this is how I like to do my banners. So this is a 1.5 inch piece of paper, and I'm going to line it up so it is in the middle between my 3/4 of an inch on either side. And then I'm going to bring my blade up, and for this one I'm only going to go up 1/4 of an inch. And the reason I did that is this one I brought up 1/2 an inch, but I found I didn't have as much room to stamp out my Happy Easter. It kind of like it was just squashed in there. And so this one I decided just to bring it up 1/4 of an inch, and that worked out a lot better. So then I had more room here for my Happy Easter. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut into that. And this gets you a perfect banner every time, I promise. So I'm going to go ahead, I think I'm just going to use my fast views on this. And this is going to just get stuck. Oh, nope, we don't want to do that yet. Oh, phew! Almost forgot to stamp our Happy Easter. So I think I'm going to grab this and do that quick. And hopefully it won't stick down to my table. So we're just going to bring this up just above where the little banner is. And now we can stick it on. Ooh, that was a close call. Alright. So that's just going to get just stuck up here at the top. And let's grab out our circles. This really should take no time at all. But of course, I'm always doing something to forget, or if I just would stick to my task at hand, maybe it would go faster. Alright, that's just going to go onto here. So quick story, I have a missing circle in my layering circles. And of course, wouldn't you know, when I went to go do this project, it was the size that I needed because I knew I wanted to use the bunny, and it's a smaller one. So I really didn't want the scalloped gold circle. I wanted it to be a little bit bigger and not scalloped. But, you know, of course, that was the one that was missing. But I did think that this ended up turning out pretty cute after all. I guess I don't usually do 2 scalloped circles in a row. Not that I have anything against it, but I don't know. But I think it turned out just fine. So let's go ahead and throw these dimensionals on. And I probably should have colored my bunny in first. But, you know, I like to do things the difficult way. So that's just going to get stuck down here. Probably about right here. And if I can get them to go on straight up and down. So I'm going to use my Light Crumb Cake and very carefully color him in. This image is so tiny, so you really have to use a light hand when coloring in, because it can very easily go out of the lines if you push down and put too much ink. The ink from the, as you can tell, I'm having a hard time talking and thinking and coloring all at the same time. But the ink does really flow out of these markers. If you haven't used the alcohol markers before, you barely need to touch the paper for the ink to come out. So that's all I'm going to do with the bunny. I did no shading or anything special. And I am going to come back over it though with my Pink Pirouette. And the darker Pink Pirouette is better for this. I have tried the lighter, but the lighter just doesn't show up. So, and I'm just going to come in here to his ears. And then get his little nose. And I suppose you could probably give him little pink cheeks too if you wanted to. And lastly, I chose to color in the bow, this pool party, because I wanted a little bit of color to stand out. I just didn't want to have the pink on pink on pink on pink, if that makes sense. So yeah, you can choose whatever color you would like, but I kind of like the way the pool party stands out from all of the pink going on. And then finally, we are going to throw on some our Wink of Stella. I do like, you know, these images are so teeny tiny, and I do feel that when you put the Wink of Stella on here, the shimmer, that it does make the image just pop that much more and stand out on the whatever this is called, the project. So I have to be honest with you here. I do not have another gold binder clip that I use to close these. So I guess we're just going to, what I did is I took my metallic edge ribbon and I folded it to create this going up. And then I just took my gold ribbon and I tied a bow. So I probably didn't even have to untie it. I was going to take it all off, but I think you guys have seen me tie enough bows where you know how I get it done. But I just kind of thought this was really sweet, and you know, it'd be even cuter too is if you had a colored binder, little binder ribbon or binder clip. That would be sweet too. I just didn't, and so I decided just to use the gold, which I didn't really have, but I stole from a couple of other projects. So that's it. That's done. And then I'm just going to stick it on here. And we're going to call it good. That is the project. So there you go. Super cute, huh? Well, I thought so. And the great thing about this is this paper pack, you get a lot of the paper in it, so you could just go to town making these. In fact, while I still have you, if you're still watching, so these are the papers that come in the bundle of love. So you get the Blushing Bride and the Soft Sky in this pattern, but then of course the back is that really pretty gold. And then you get this, 2 sheets of it, 2 sheets of this in the Soft Sky, and then 2 sheets of this pattern in the Blushing Bride and in the Soft Sky again. So imagine all the little Easter treats that you could make using this paper. It's just, the colors are perfect. They're so soft. So if you would like, I will have dimensions and a printable, downloadable PDF with a supply list on my website, worldofdoingcraft.com, if you would like to check it out. Thanks so much for watching. If you are new to me and you would like to receive updates as to when I post to YouTube, please make sure to subscribe to me. And I will check you guys later on my next project. Bye.